makes you sad, and it makes you angry to see people killed without reason by members of our police forces who are meant to protect us. The demonstrations we have all attended over the past few months have spotlighted the basic injustice that is built into North American culture. Some of us in the USA think that because of the color of our skin, we are somehow better or more deserving than some other people. It's called racism, and it's an ugly, ugly concept, and it's a fantasy too, because there is no scientific definition of race. But that concept that some people are better than others has been built into our culture since the beginning of our country, when our enslaved people were considered, quote, 3/5 of a person, unquote. Now our country is exceptional, or so our politicians say. I guess they're right, because it's exceptional that 4 men can be multi-billionaires, while 100 million men and women work 2 or 3 low-wage jobs just to pay the rent and feed their children. Nevertheless, the USA has been, or at least it was before Trump came along, the envy of people in many other countries. We have been the leader of the worldwide modern culture, the Coca-Cola culture. What we have, they want, and what we do, they want to do. But it turns out that our worldwide leadership is just as flawed and unjust as our relationship among ourselves. By the United Nations and with U.S. leadership, in 1970, an international treaty was created called the NPT Treaty. That treaty is supposedly the main bulwark against the spread of nuclear weapons. Let's take a look at the NPT Treaty. First of all, I don't like this treaty because its Article 4 promotes the use of nuclear weapons, nuclear power plants around the world, and where nuclear power goes, atomic bombs follow. All nuclear reactors create plutonium, the stuff of nuclear weapons. But there's an even more fundamental problem with the NPT. Under this treaty, from 1970 onwards, some nations have been allowed to have nuclear weapons and others have not. First it was 5 countries, and now it's 9. Of course, more nations want to have the bomb. It makes you look powerful and modern. So this NPT treaty has created a mirror image of the internal U.S. culture, where some have power and some do not. It's not a fair or a tenable situation. People all around the world are held hostage to the whim of 9 powerful nations who could start a planet-wide nuclear war at any moment. And the pressure for end weapons proliferation continues to build worldwide. Don't get me wrong. I'm not suggesting that every country should have these weapons. The smoke-laden air over Oregon and the burned-out cars in Paradise, California are stark reminders of what a nuclear war would mean for all of us. These weapons are incompatible with human life on our planet, and they must all be taken apart. How will we ever achieve that? There is an answer. The solution to this worldwide inequity exists, and it has come from outside the USA. A bunch of people from the non-nuclear weapons countries banded together and in 2017 created a new international treaty that completely bans nuclear weapons. Once 50 nations ratify it, it will become international law and nuclear weapons will be legally banned. Of course, the U.S. government has ignored the negotiation of this treaty and has officially said that our country will never join it. U.S. media outlets have also played this treaty down. Let's change that. Go out and tell your friends, your family, people you meet on the street, even a policeman you meet at a demonstration, that the USA needs to ratify the UN Treaty on the Prohibition of Nuclear Weapons. Take a look at my hair. I'm 73. I was born just 2 years after the bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the dawn of the nuclear age. It was my generation who created thousands of these terrible weapons, and now we call for help of the next generation to pass this treaty, which will finally take them apart. So please, talk up this new treaty to ban nuclear weapons. Put a banner in your window, paint slogans on your car, join ICANN, and send them donations. Ask your newspaper to cover the treaty. Tell your senators that you want the treaty ratified. Together, we can succeed in disarming these weapons, and the USA can help lead the world into a long-lasting, just, and peaceful solar age. Thank you.